Slay the Runway is a Roblox game released on the 13th of December 2023, and is a fashion game that I play on and off. It passes the time, and I get to be a pretty boy and judge others, whether it be jokingly or completely serious. At the time of both recording and writing this script, the newest update has come out, Update 1.5, releasing on March 15th, bringing with it changes that fix problems that would have originally made me critique the game harder. Hello random stalkers of the internet, I'm Meth7895, and this is an honest look over Slay the Runway by Slay Models, a game on Roblox. I started playing Slay the Runway in February, and have been an active member in their mildly inactive Discord since March. In the time that I've been on the server, there have been 2 updates, both in which have been to add new features for the game, such as new makeup, new dresses, and to make the game feel easier to climb in if you pay real money towards it. The newest update has brought us more accessories, and has removed one of the most glaring issues with the game in previous versions, self-gifting. More about that later. Slay the Runway is essentially a drag race, where you go against a maximum of 15 other players to see who has the best fashion sense for a certain theme. You all have access to the same clothing, if you're just starting out, and the same colors, textures, and what have it. After being rated through 1 to 5 by all players, whoever had the most votes claims the most money, and however many votes you get from 1 to 5 is given to your like status. This like status gives you new titles, and from what I understand, literally nothing else. Slay the Runway, unlike its predecessors, doesn't gender any of their clothing and allows both genders to wear what they like. But in the recent update, they removed the gender, sort of. When you select what character you want to play at the beginning of every session, you pick the body type instead of gender. Originally, your character will start out as wearing a white t-shirt and shorts with basic hair. You can change these things by going to the dressing room before a fashion show and save an outfit, but you won't have any customization options at the beginning. When you enter a fashion show, however, you will have access to clothing, makeup, hair, and nail polish. Using these items, you can change their color and their texture, with the exceptions being the textures of nails, your hair, and makeup. With these bare minimums, you can grind up to getting more unique clothing from Hearts Couture, the shop, and strive higher and higher. As well as this, every day you log on, you receive either a gift of money or a gift on clothing on every 5th day. Now on to Section 1. What I like about the game. Slay the Runway has a variety of themes, which can be edited by players using a currency that can be gained after playing Slay the Runway for 20 minutes to an hour. This timer resets every day, and you basically collect as many of these feather things to make a custom theme. Most themes lean into the luxury of the clothing you can choose from, such as Leisurely Weekend, but you can also lean into the casual side of fashion, such as Y2K and With My Bestie. Most themes can come off as impossible, however, especially for beginners, such as the Future Technology theme. Despite this, I actually quite enjoyed these aspects. The gifting system. Slay the Runway's gift system allows you to boost outfits you especially enjoy. So, if you understand the creative genius of a player and everyone else dislikes it, you can save that poor person from being in last place by giving them a popsicle? Listen, I don't know what this is. But you can give them a popsicle, a letter, a gift box, or a microphone. All of these give you different matters of points, but regardless of this, you can gift them however many you like, so most people just gift people the popsicle. I also, as previously mentioned, like how none of the clothes are expressly gendered. As a man who has had several years of dressing feminine, androgynous, and masculine, I enjoyed Slay the Runway in comparison to its predecessors because of the lack of gendering in its clothing. My main outfit is literally a buff man in a crop top, thigh highs, and thigh-high heels. What more can I ask for? There's also a surprising lack of homophobia in this community as well, to the point I found friends through it for simply being open with my preferences. While yes, you sometimes find those toxic people, they're everywhere, and if you don't talk, you'll just be fine. They also usually just focus on your outfits anyway, so they don't really attack you as a person. Section 2. I'm neutral. These are somewhat negative. They're more of my petty complaints and do not affect the gameplay at all. Number one being that I dislike how the color presets are really bad, to say the least. They're the same for every article of your character. To the skin, to the hair, to the nails, to your clothes, all of the presets are the same. If you're not good at using the color wheel, you're going to suffer with the sheer struggle of trying to find colors that you want. As well as this, there is no option to color pick from your previous clothes, leaving the players that wear multiple pieces of clothing to make one outfit trying to color match as much as possible. A simple fix to this would probably be to make the presets more varied, or at least let us save colors we'd like for the future. But I digress. Moving on. Another neutral point is that there is no tutorial. You get almost no guidance when originally starting the game, and as a result, it leaves new players not understanding how they can change their appearance. Skin tone? I don't know. Figure it out. How to remove clothing? I don't know. Figure it out. How to find codes? I don't know. Figure it out. I'm going to be making another video about the codes right now as well, so you'll just have to go see that. The final neutral point before I start ripping a new one is the daily gift. The daily gift is a lovely reason to keep showing up on Slay the Runway and gets you money and clothing for each day you log in. However, the items you receive are heavily gendered. When the fairy items were available, on one of the days you would receive makeup. Makeup in Slay the Runway is the only item in the game that is consistently gendered, leaving me as a male player unable to use a feminine blush. I unlocked cute freckles, and could never use them because I never play as a female character. On the topic of the gender problem, there is barely any masculine presenting clothing. Dresses, we got a bunch. Shirts, you can have a few, but most will be feminine presenting or oddly specific. Pants, we have a couple pairs of similar pants, and then skirts. Shoes, have neutral shoes or high heels. I and others have asked for more masculine clothing on the Discord, but whether or not this request will be heard from remains to be unknown, as the devs do not respond in Discord. Now, to the things I don't like, or more so, the thing I don't like. The marketing and the sales. The sheer pricing of these items. In getting footage of this video, I made a shocking discovery that for the purchases of gifting items and repicking theme items, the purchases go into thousands of Robux. Oh, but we have an artificial discount and bonus for you all. These practices are nothing new to the world of Roblox or other children games, but come on. For 129,000 coins, you can purchase about the entire catalog. Sure, but you have to pay a whopping 6,480 Robux. For perspective, when you buy a $50 gift card, you get 4,500 Robux. For $100, you get 22,500 Robux, which, if you were to buy the fashion coins, would be spending more than a quarter of your Robux to buy the fashion coins. Remember the gifting system I praised? Well, if you want to buy more gifting items, which, by the way, unless you have friends, are completely worthless, you can spend 11,600 Robux on it. But with a permanent discount of 70% on it, you will only pay 3,399 Robux. Remember, for $100, you can get 22,500 Robux, which, in theory, if you were to pay the amount asked without the permanent discount, would cost more than half of your Robux. For a final kick in the crotch, you can buy the lovely clothing they have for your characters with Robux, which, in a previous update, prices for these dresses in Robux terms were lowered. They used to all cost more than 100 Robux from what I remember. However, I do not have a screenshot, so therefore my point is moot. So, let's do some math. To buy the fashion coins costs 6,500 Robux. We're rounding it up here to get the math to be easier. Fashion coins can only be used to purchase clothing items, so let's see what happened if I were to buy the remaining clothing items in my catalog alone. For context, I've spent 75k fashion coins as a reference. In the case of buying clothing, it would cost you 10,750 Robux to buy what I haven't already bought. Meaning, to buy the undiscounted version of your gifting system, to buy the rest of your catalog, would be more than half of the spending once again. Now, this is only referring to the clothing. This is not counting to your accessories or makeup, because I realized as I was doing the math how extortionate it is. Now, if you've gotten this far and you still think that these promotions are fair, you can buy a 99% discount on a little booster pack, only costing you 2 Robux. As well as this, after you buy that one, you can buy another discount, which gives you 2 items that are admittedly super cute: leg warmers and arm warmers. In total, this will cost you 112 Robux, and I mean it politely, but it feels a bit weird to put it behind a shitty little promotion. Not only that, but the items you receive from the first discount, the one that blocks the second one, are completely useless. You gain the same items for playing the game for an hour a day, meaning you pay 2 Robux for something you can do in an hour, to go and buy something that you will presumably use because you have already invested enough time to bother. All of that is to say, the game feels a lot more like a cash grab at times when you're constantly surrounded by the option to purchase things. Want to redeem your 20-minute playtime reward early? Sure thing, pay up, buddy. Oh, but it is a discount. Almost everything that is advertised is promoted as if it's a good deal or a discount, but in the grand scheme of things, they are just the normal prices. So, with your fake discounts, you will be very poor, to be completely honest. Slay the Runway remains to be one of the only games that I have ever seen on release to have donations that go from 100 to 500 to 1000 to 2000. I have a constant distaste for games that overprice their game passes. Donations, however, I have never actually seen where there's too high of donations, because it is of players' own volition. I personally would be donating right now, but because the donation system is so high and extortionate, I find no benefit in donating, because it is too high. There are no 5 Robux donations, there are no 15, no 50. Straight to 100. With a mixture of these high donations, with the high prices, with the slimy discounts, the underhanded promotions, and the dead community, one almost asks themselves, why is the game so stale? Why does it feel so mundane and boring? And the answer truly is, it's set up to fail, unless these things change. So, in the case of the new Slay the Runway game, what do I think overall? It's just kinda meh. The community is kids, and people are often just playing once or twice. Those who are committed to the game are very obviously so, and don't usually pay that much money from what I can see. I've only seen one person who I can conclusively say has paid money. With the removal of the self-gifting feature, while the game is significantly more fair, it also gives the gift feature a lot less use in the game, and doesn't really do anything for me. However, it is the best fashion game of its genre for a Runway challenge dress-up game, next to Best Dress in Animal Jam. It's just a game that I somewhat enjoy. But, then again, this is just my opinion, and these are my thoughts. Feel free to share your opinion and thoughts in the comments, and if you like the topics I have covered around here, which is usually assistance for Roblox games nowadays, feel free to subscribe to join the road to anarchy.